What is going on, guys? Welcome back to this week's first and only episode of the greatest podcast.
I thought you were just testing it out.
No. I'm Anthony.
I'm Ryan.
And we're joined by our very good friend, one of our best friends. We got our boy Jake with us today. We are bringing out the NBA content. We're going to be discussing our NBA contenders, pretenders, mid-season. How far do we think they could go in the playoffs? Do we think that they'll be good in the playoffs? We're going to be giving you guys in-depth reasons why. Check out our exclusive segment. Me and Ryan did our mid-season NBA award predictions. So be sure to check that out. And also check out our sponsor.
Little Italy Pizzeria. They got the best cheesesteaks, the best pizza in all of Delaware. 2 locations. One of those is in Middletown, Delaware. The other one is in Townsend. It is a great family business with great food, great people, great prices. Be sure to come in and check it out. Let them know that the greatest podcast on Turf sent you. They will take care of you. Show proof that you're subscribed and that you listen to us, and they will hook you up with an additional discount.
So for starters, Jake, thanks for coming on.
I want to thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you for hosting us at the house always.
Yep.
That's what all started.
Now we host you.
Now we host you. You and your mom hosted us, and now we host you.
Well, hopefully we can host an NBA Finals in Philly.
76ers, baby, to the moon. We'll touch on that in a little bit. So I know, Brian, you had
Sixers guest.
You had a question to start. So what was the question you've been dying to ask?
Are we drafting Bronny 101 with the promise of LeBron James?
Yes. And it's not close.
I would.
Absolutely.
What if LeBron takes a significant fall off from, let's say, 25 a game to 15?
I'd still take his leadership.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's LeBron James. It's like
what if right now Bronny's the 40th best player?
What did Michael Jordan average when he went back to the Wizards?
He was shit.
Okay, I'll take shit LeBron and his son.
I'd have to see who else is in the draft class if I'm taking somebody 101.
The problem, like, if you can promise me LeBron at 20 points per game and Bronny as a top 20 player in the class, I guess I'll do it.
I mean, what's he, a sophomore this year?
He's a junior. This is his junior year, so he's got his senior year and his freshman year of college if he goes to the G League or however he does it.
Like I said, right now he's like 40th. I don't think that means anything.
No,
that's just 40th in high school.
I mean, it means a little bit because those guys obviously know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I think he can definitely grow. Assuming he's still, like, what if they, like, draft day, and Mel Kiper got that man a second-round prediction.
Mel Kiper.
Are we still taking him 101?
With the promise of getting LeBron, yes. And I'm not thinking twice about it.
It has to be promised.
If LeBron comes out and says, I'm going to play with Bronny, I'm going wherever he goes, then yes.
You have to think about this also. The team with the 101 pick probably sucks.
You're getting LeBron, so then you don't suck. And you're getting any players that want to sign to play with LeBron, so you don't suck. So with you getting Bronny and LeBron, you're getting at least playoffs.
So OKC, they sell out their now for the future in order to sell their future immediately for LeBron James for 1 year.
Well, I mean, OKC already has a pretty good chance of getting any first-round picks in the next.
I was gonna say, yeah, they have what? 20
but you also got to think
there?
you got 1 year. You got 1 year to do it.
Literally have 1 year because he's 40 years old.
Is that how old he'll be in 3 years?
Yes, he will be 40 years old.
37 now.
And OKC has 4 first-round picks.
I'm selling out.
And they're only probably going to have Gilgeous-Alexander.
But you got to think they might have Gilgeous-Alexander, LeBron, Bronny, and whatever free agents they get that want to play with LeBron.
And 3 years of draft picks leading up to that.
I mean, it also depends on the price that he's coming for. He said, like, he don't want any money.
I was going to say, LeBron...
But that's probably cap.
LeBron is...
Well, I mean, you got to sign him for something.
I was going to say, you're not getting LeBron for a vet minimum.
I'm not paying him $20 million and then drafting his son 101 overall. He can kiss my ass.
That's you.
He can kiss my ass.
I'll give LeBron $20 million for a son to win me a championship.
I don't think they would.
I don't think his son's going to win you the championship.
Listen, LeBron is not going to let his son go to the NBA and play with him and Bronny be a sorry bitch.
You got to think.
That's not in the
How many
name.
people are coming to play with a 40-year-old LeBron in Oklahoma?
Whoever wants to win a ring. Whoever wants the shot at a championship.
I think you're wrong.
I would.
I think there's plenty other places I'd rather go than.
I'd rather go play with LeBron and his son for a year with every other free agent.
LeBron went to LA for a reason. He ain't staying in Cleveland for. He left for a reason.
He left because Kyrie left.
No, he left. He left to LA because he knew people would come to LA.
LeBron left with LeBron
now
could
he's
have got people to go to Cleveland. It's LeBron. If LeBron
was not 40 in Cleveland.
I understand, but it's
And who
LeBron.
did he get to come to Cleveland?
It's LeBron.
Who did he get to go to Cleveland?
It's the principal.
They
already
wanna go to
they already
Cleveland.
had Kyrie and Kevin Love. They didn't need anybody else. They had a good dynamic until Kyrie ruined it.
If LeBron's still averaging 25, I'll do it. Because I think Bronny's probably better than the 40th best player.
If you could even give me Bron averaging, if you could give me Bron averaging 20, I'll take it. If LeBron could give me 20 a night, I'll take it.
If he gives me $10 million a year short.
Well, it's that's a good question.
Yeah.
Because I'm not paying him $20 million to draft his son one. And then
I
giving
am.
his son a big ass contract. Who is ranked the 40th best player?
The 40th best player in high school.
Let's assume he's still the 40th best player. Are we still doing it?
Yes.
You have the 101.
I mean, this is your only year. No.
You have
You're
the
getting
101
LeBron.
and Zion's coming out. Or Ja.
I was gonna say. I don't know.
Zion was the top. He was
Yeah, I know,
shit.
but-
Well,
Ja.
Zion was supposed to be the next LeBron, so it's like you can't pass Zion.
Okay, Ja. Or, I don't know, Embiid. Or, I mean, there's studs. The
Well,
top 5 picks are studs.
That's
I
true.
wouldn't do it at that point. If Bronny has not shown enough in high school and college, I wouldn't take him. Because
Are we talking about like?
if he's still 40,
If
the
he's still
40th
40.
best, but
So we're assuming
Mel
Bronny.
Kiper puts him.
Mel
as a
Kiper puts him in the
round
second round. And we say, nah, give me a 1. Piss on it. Run it.
I think I'd still do it.
I
bro.
wouldn't do it. I would.
It's LeBron James Jr. It's in the name.
The
Yeah,
only
but
team that would have
It's in the name, bro.
I mean,
LeBron
look at the Lakers.
James Jr.
Look at the Lakers right now. I mean, they obviously would be better than an OKC team in 3 years. They're the 9th seed.
Probably.
LeBron can't do it all. I mean,
He
last
can.
year,
Can he
last
not?
year
He's
he
40.
got eliminated. Yeah, he
And he
can
could be
Look at
now.
Tom
last
Brady
year,
at 40.
he can-
Look at Tom Brady at 40.
Yeah, lost
Tom
to
Brady's
Matt
a quarterback.
Stafford. But lost to Matt Stafford. But
Come on, really? Matt Stafford's a stud, okay? I thought
we're on basketball. I don't want to. But
You started.
I wouldn't do it if he's still ranked the 40th.
No way, bro. I'm doing it. I'm selling out for the
I
James
mean, I
family.
don't blame you for doing it.
OKC could have like 1, 4, and 5. And then in that case, I'd consider
But
it.
I mean, that puts OKC on the map because you have a James.
You have LeBron James and LeBron James Jr.
I just mean for the future. You have a James.
You have
Yeah.
LeBron James
Yeah,
Jr.
yeah.
for the future. It's like, okay.
I-
Now we're talking.
I mean,
Now we're
it's like
talking, bro.
if there's literally generational talent sitting there at 101, I'd feel like such an asshole to take Bronny just for 1 year of LeBron James.
But if you win a chip, it's not crazy.
Like, who was 101 this year?
Kate Cunningham.
Cunningham.
Okay, never mind.
Probably not the best player.
I was going to say, probably
I'd
not.
take Bronny over him. He ain't that good.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But yeah, Ja. I mean, Ja's going to be the real deal for.
Love Ja Morant. Ja's one of my favorite players in the league right now.
And we
Love Ja.
kind of we knew that because we saw.
I mean, we saw he was good at Murray fucking State. I mean, I guess it's different though for basketball than football because you could be a bum at a bag. You could be great at a bum college.
Murray State's a good college. They're just not.
Yeah, they're
That's
right.
what I'm
good.
saying though. Like I'm saying, it's different from football though. Like you're not gonna go play football at Murray State if they have football, and you ain't going in the first round.
The thing is, like Murray State plays good teams when they make it to the March Madness tournament.
That's what I'm saying though. Like that was my point is that it's so different
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
like-
basketball than football is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, college don't really matter in basketball.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, you used to be able to go straight from high school to the NBA, which I think should still be allowed. If you're good enough that you want to go to college out of,
Yeah, I don't get the 1 year.
if you're good, if you think you're good enough to go to the NBA straight from high school, I think you should be able to. I don't think you should have to choose between college for a year or G League. I mean, I look at Ben Simmons. I talk about it all the time. Ben Simmons literally played his 1 year. After March Madness, he quit school and just started preparing for the draft. I think that's dumb.
See, well, I think now it's more of incentive because you can at least make money. Back then, I mean, you're going there.
But they're
you could-
reviewing the rules now, so who knows
They're
what
gonna.
that's going to be.
Yeah, but I mean, you could tear your ACL, and you could not make a dime in the NBA. At least now in college, you're making something.
That's true.
But players sign the deals where they get protection if they hurt
Yeah.
themselves. Like when Zion was in college, he signed that deal to make sure he would always get.
Zion, dog. What happened to Zion?
He's
We knew when his shoe
300
broke. We
he's
knew when his shoe
300
broke.
pounds.
Zion's a great buy in the card world right now. Zion, him and Trevor Lawrence are like the best buys because their stock is so down. It's like if they be anything good, it's like boom, you made a lot of money.
Yeah, but his shoe broke,
That's a-
so he won't ever be good. Unless he loses about 80 pounds.
Did you see he needs another surgery on his foot?
I'm not surprised.
Zion ain't gonna play this year.
He ain't gonna play ever. His shoe broke.
Ripped out of a Nike. How do you do that?
In front of Obama. Just to set it up.
How do you do that?
You're a big dude.
How
And,
does that even happen?
props to you for being a freak of an athlete, but you're gonna get hurt.
Zion was supposed to be the next LeBron. Ain't that crazy?
He's probably more athletically gifted, but he's too big.
300 and...
Go play D tackle.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm calling it. The memes are funny. I saw a picture of it was like Zion's rookie card. It's like him doing up for a dunk. But on the meme, it was like his gut hanging out instead of the bottom half of his jersey. So it was like just pulled this 101 Zion belly card. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty funny one. But y'all ready to get into contenders, pretenders?
Yep.
I'm ready.
We start East or West?
We'll start West. I feel like there's less debate in the West.
That's true. So what do y'all just want to go 1 through 10? Because I mean, after 10 in both conferences, it falls off a fucking cliff.
I mean,
Even
especially with
let's see
11.
11.
Especially with 11.
Yeah, 11 is like
The Suns.
contenders. I mean, they were there last year.
Well, Chris Paul is out for...
They're in a lot of trouble.
Chris Paul's out for 6 to 8 weeks.
I did.
He would be reevaluated in
Reevaluated.
6 to 8 weeks.
And
Okay,
before
how long?
Chris Paul was in Phoenix,
what's 8 weeks from now?
The
The
6
start of
weeks is
playoffs.
the end of the season.
Okay, so Chris Paul's out till the playoffs.
At least.
At least.
Chris Paul is the biggest reason of that offense.
The Suns immediately just turned
Okay,
into the Jazz.
let's not act like D-Book's a fucking
No,
bum,
I just
right?
mean Devin Booker cannot lead that team like Chris Paul
The
can.
Suns immediately just
That's
turned
so
into the
different.
Jazz.
You can't say that because Chris
Look
Paul
at-
is one of the greatest point guards all time.
That's what I mean. Exactly. That's why
He's
I'm
not saying
that-
Devin Booker's bad. He's
No,
saying
I'm
Chris
just
Paul's
saying
huge.
Chris Paul's the reason that they're the
yeah.
1 seed.
And the Suns just turned into the Jazz.
Yeah.
Because they're the same shit now.
D-Book, Donovan Mitchell, Gobert, Ayton,
They're the same
a
shit.
bunch of good forwards and good guys off the bench.
Same shit. Good
Yeah.
teams with no star power
And
anymore.
that's why
Yeah.
Chris Paul. I mean, I still think
They're a solid
they're
basketball team.
They're probably going to drop down to the 2 or 3. I would say.
Yeah.
I think Golden State's going to.
I still think they could win in the first round.
Yeah, it just
I,
depends
unless
on who they play.
I would not want to play that 8 seed, the Clippers. But is Kawhi's coming back for the playoffs?
He's coming back.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure.
Jesus.
I was gonna say
he
who they
toured
have.
a year ago.
I thought Paul George was done for the season. I was gonna say who they have. Reggie Jackson.
No, but I mean, isn't he?
Terrence
He
Mann?
tore it last year. I thought there was a really good chance. But if
Dog,
he
I'd
does
be
come back, obviously,
sick.
I would not want to see.
I'd
him.
be sick
I mean, I wouldn't want to
if
see.
I drew Kawhi, Paul George.
I mean, even if you want the Lakers. I mean, they beat them last year, but I still wouldn't want to see.
No.
Hell no.
Fuck no. I mean, even last year,
There is
nobody-
no team I would want to see out of these. I'd rather see the Jazz or the Mavericks.
I want to see the Mavericks if I.
I wouldn't. I still think Dallas is a star away. I mean, they just traded Kristaps and Tim Hardaway Jr. ain't cutting it as the second option.
Well, we'll get to the
Okay,
Mavs.
yeah,
Suns, they're
contenders.
They're,
As long as Chris Paul.
I'll give them respect, but they're in trouble.
Oh my God,
The Warriors.
contenders. I mean, any team with
They're
Steph Curry.
they're my finals prediction in the West.
Really?
I
ain't
mean,
saying much.
I could see it. I mean, it's.
They're the best defensive team in basketball.
That's true.
Draymond's been out.
Wiggins
Wiseman's
is
been out.
playing.
Klay
Wiggins is-
Thompson's been out.
Wiggins was an all-star.
All-star starter.
Andrew Wiggins was an all-star.
Respect to him, though. I mean,
Good for
they're-
him.
how do you
they're
hate
solid.
Andrew Wiggins?
They're solid.
And you got Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
That's what I'm saying.
The
I mean,
best
Curry,
shooting.
Klay.
I was saying that last year. I mean, I think even with Draymond being Draymond, even when it was just Curry and Draymond, I was like, I think Golden State could make a run for the finals. You go back to our old videos,
Well, yeah.
link below.
said
You
that.
can click on the channel.
They didn't make the playoffs.
Well, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Like you
Yeah,
can't
I
count
know.
out any team with
I
the
just said
Warriors
they
with
played
Steph
that.
Curry. So
Yeah,
I mean, Warriors.
I
are
think they're probably going to be the
contenders.
1 seed with Chris Paul being out.
That's true.
I agree.
I think the Lakers are going for one.
Yeah, okay. There's literally like 22
Maybe
games
at
left.
one spot.
24 games left.
And
They
they're
can't
how
even get
far
there.
behind? 21.
Literally.
They need to go on a very big run.
The Suns need to lose like every single game.
Every game, the
And
Suns
then
need
the
to
Lakers
lose
need to
out.
I'm
win.
pretty sure the Suns already clinched like a
Everyone.
play-in spot.
They probably did. Yeah, I
Damn,
ain't
yeah.
saying much.
No, but this was like a week
With
or two
48
ago.
wins.
This was like a week or two ago.
I mean, there's only 82 games, so they won more than half.
Yeah. The Grizzlies.
Oh my God. This is so hard. Because, like, the Grizzlies, I just can't. The problem with the Grizzlies is I can't see Memphis going 7 games with a Golden State, with even a Denver, or like a Lakers. I can't see Memphis going 7 and winning. Or I can't see Memphis beating them.
I mean, they don't really have a second option outside of. I mean, Ja's been playing.
Ja's playing out of his mind
this year.
But
in the playoffs, can he do that for
another
7
team?
straight?
They're the Jazz just without the elite big.
Yeah,
they have Ja, a bunch of great role players, but no other star. They're the Trailblazers right now, just without the better players.
No, the Trailblazers are god awful.
Except
for the one player.
Jake's lock screen. It's Jake's lock screen. Give him some respect.
Yeah, I know, but you're comparing them to the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers literally have one player.
It's Jake's lock screen.
I wasn't kidding. The GOAT.
They literally have one player.
They're a poor man's Portland Trailblazers.
They just signed a 10-day with somebody though. So
they did.
I mean, I think they can make a splash.
I mean, they can. I could see them making it to the Western Conference Finals, but I don't. I think they're kind of like the Hawks from last year. They got the big name point guard who can shut.
The fucking Hawks.
I mean, granted, we don't
Fuck
like
the Atlanta Hawks. Fuck the Atlanta Hawks.
I agree.
That's the only thing I learned from last year is I hate Trae Young. I hate Clint Capella. I hate John Collins.
What do we hate them for? Because he put his balls in Embiid's mouth?
The Hawks might not even make the playoffs this year. So
yeah, the Hawks are sitting at
the Lakers. What do you want?
The Hawks are at a whopping 10 seed right now.
Yeah, Lakers ain't
still
making
wouldn't want to see them.
Stop it. So how far do y'all see Memphis going? I know you said you could see them in Western Conference.
I would say second round is where I think they can win the first round.
Yeah.
I mean,
who are they playing right now? 3 plays 6, right?
Yeah, they would play the Nuggets, and that's not great.
Jesus.
I mean, the Nuggets are.
Are they healthy? I thought Michael Porter Jr. was done.
Well, it's Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray
should be coming back.
Jamal Murray left in the bubble,
and I think
that was Porter like 2 seasons.
I think Michael Porter's coming back too.
I thought he hurt his back again. I thought
Jamal Murray didn't get tear his ACL in the bubble.
Really? No, it must have been after the bubble then.
Because he was on his fantasy team last year.
We should have played fantasy basketball this year.
Yeah, we will next year.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You guys can host one as your...
The greatest podcast on our fantasy basketball league next year.
Because when I hosted it, I won, just say.
Yeah, Jake, it was rigged.
Yeah, it was rigged.
Just like ever.
Back injury, 2 minutes.
Just like the greatest podcast on turf. I mean, we were 1, 2, 3. I mean,
remains hopeful he can play again this season.
All right, assuming he
Kawhi and see if he's playing this year.
Anyways,
what is that?
We got Utah next.
Same.
Pretenders. I hate the Jazz.
Pretenders. He hates Donovan Mitchell for no reason.
The Jazz aren't an NBA Finals team.
He hates Donovan Mitchell for
I would say they're
unless they get another star, they ain't gonna win nothing.
I would say they're another team that can make a run at the Western Conference Finals.
They're another team that will probably win in the first round and lose in the second round.
Why do you hate the Jazz?
I just don't like them. Rudy Gobert's a bitch. Rudy Gobert cost me an NBA franchise title. He cost you one too. That's why I hate Rudy Gobert.
I mean, he's close, I guess.
Donovan Mitchell
feels a lot better. Here's the thing, Utah, it's hard for a team like Utah to win. They're in freaking Utah. Ain't nobody want to go to Utah. So you have to just not hate them because what they do wrong? They're in Utah.
I know, they're all drafted. I mean,
what do you want from them?
I would say they're in a little bit better of a position than Memphis.
No way.
Who's Memphis' second option? At least Utah has the Defensive Player of the Year for the last 2 years.
I mean,
defense wins championships. That's the saying.
It's true.
Jordan Clarkson's 6 man. Do they still have Mike Conley?
They got a.
Joe Ingles got traded, didn't he?
Yeah, he was done for the year anyway.
He went to Portland.
They got Bogdan, right? Or is he a Hawk now?
That's Boj. That's Boj.
There's like Bojan.
One of them's a Jazz.
There's like Bogdan.
Bojan.
There's like Bogdan, Bojan, and Bogdan. There's like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
They all look the same. Names look the same.
They have a son of Whiteside, Rudy Gay, Bojan Bogdan.
Yeah, that's better.
Bojan.
Bogdan's on the Hawks.
Boban.
Yeah, that's
Tall-ass motherfucker.
That's Marjanovic, though. That's not even... He was a Sixer at one point.
Yeah, the Jazz are doing the same shit they did last year, but, good luck to them in Utah. Because
I think Jazz are a second-round exit.
Bronny goes there.
Yeah.
Utah is probably the last spot I don't want to go out of all the places that you can go.
I'd probably not want to go to Detroit. Who wants to play for the Pistons? Seriously. Who wants to play for the Lions or the Pistons? Or the Tigers? What is that, their basketball team? Or their baseball team?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's fair.
The Red Wings suck, too.
Red Wings suck.
I mean, that's fair.
Sorry, Detroit fans.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean...
We shit on Detroit and Chicago. We're sorry.
Yeah.
The Mavericks.
No.
Pretenders because they still won't bring a second option in for Luka. Montrezl Harrell and fucking KCP don't cut it.
No, I thought they...
Or they got
Dinwiddie.
My bad.
Yeah.
They don't cut it as a second option. If they got Tim Hardaway as their second best player.
No, they're
Pretenders.
Yeah.
And
They're
so
just
they need
like
to
the
bring in an
Grizzlies.
elite big. I know that says a lot, but they need to bring in an elite big for them to be successful.
The Nuggets.
Jamal Murray comes back, I think. They can make a...
Fully healthy Nuggets, they're contenders. But Nuggets right now with just the Joker, pretender. Joker ain't doing it by himself. But that's not saying much, I know. But if they get Jamal Murray back and Michael Porter, okay, I'll give them some respect. But right now, if the playoffs started tomorrow, they're pretenders. And they'll probably first-round exit.
I mean, that's fair, I suppose. I'll give them contenders if those guys come back healthy. The Timberwolves.
Pretenders. I don't know how they're 7 seed.
All right, the Clippers.
Can we all agree on the Timberwolves, though?
That's why I skipped them.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, they're...
For the Timberwolves.
Minnesota. I wouldn't want to play Minnesota either for any team, if I'm being honest. The Vikings, the Wild.
Twins.
I wouldn't want to play
Twins.
the Timberwolves in a playing game. I'll say that.
You would?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't be excited.
I
feel
wouldn't
like-
be excited to play any team.
Because Anthony Edwards could absolutely, suck. But
Or he
he
could go for, 50.
could, in theory.
D'Angelo Russell is...
He's also the
Overrated.
same.
But he's overrated at this point.
No, it's fair, but he's the same way.
Yeah.
Because if they're on...
I feel like D'Angelo Russell is...
He's
He's always on, ESPN or, House of Highlights for, a couple, 40, 50-point games a year, and that's it. That guy fell off a cliff, bro.
He's in Minnesota.
Yeah, I forgot he was a Warrior at one point.
That's right,
He was.
yeah.
That was a failure.
Yeah.
Clippers.
Kawhi.
If they get
That's-
Kawhi, they have to be contenders because Kawhi won a championship in Toronto. But right now they're pretenders.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
that's fair.
And
But if
Paul George.
Who's their starting lineup right now? Reggie Jackson, Terrence Mann, Zubac. I mean, who's their starting? Nick Batum,
Kennard might even be on there.
Luke Kennard. I mean,
Easy.
One
Kennard
of the
was in there.
Morrises. I don't even
one of the Morrises.
I don't even know.
I mean, who the fuck is playing for the Clippers right now?
yeah, they need those two guys to come back.
Even if they get Kawhi back, it's like, oh shit, they got Kawhi. Paul George is just a bonus, but I mean, any team, if you put Kawhi on any team, it's just like I don't like
George
Paul
is
George.
just a bonus.
Well, I'm saying with
No,
I'm saying with Kawhi though, if you get Kawhi back, it's like, oh shit, we got Kawhi. But if you get Paul George, it's like, oh my god, we're
I mean,
fully
Paul
healthy.
George beat by himself when Kawhi got hurt. Who did he beat in the second round last year? They made it to the Western
Utah.
Conference Finals. I mean, but that was by himself.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, Paul George is the only reason.
Let's not
they
act
made
like
it.
Reggie Jackson wasn't averaging 20, 30 points though.
Bobby
I'm just
Shmurda-
saying.
Bobby Shmurda was not the reason. That,
I'm so confused. I'm like, he was in jail. Was he at the games courtside? I was like, why are you saying that?
Kodak was. Y'all see him in the box a month ago?
Yes.
Anyways, the Lakers.
Contenders.
this pains me to say because I like everybody on the Lakers, especially Russell Westbrook,
I like Westbrook too. Westbrook.
because this season has
West
hurt.
bitch.
This season has hurt.
West bum.
But I do think he's going to pick it up coming out of the All-Star break. He did the same thing last year and got Washington to the playoffs
That's true.
I mean,
when Bradley Beal got hurt.
And I'll take LeBron over Bradley Beal any day.
although the Lakers have
Yeah.
fucking sucked this year, I've always said 3 superstars can figure it out. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
AD's out for what, 4 weeks?
Well, it's hard for 3 to figure it out. When there's only
They
2.
just gotta they just gotta not fall out of the playoffs.
And,
I mean, who's going to catch him? The Spurs?
should we
yeah.
do Blazers or
Yeah.
Spurs?
Blazers.
Or the Pelicans?
Are they getting Zion? Because they do have Brandon Ingram.
No, I don't think Zion's coming back.
No.
They got McCollum, too.
Blazers, you said 1 through 10. The Blazers are 10.
All right, Blazers.
The Pelicans did get McCollum.
The Blazers have no chance.
No.
I mean, Damian Lillard can win you a game.
Yeah.
That's
That's about all he's
team
good
could
for.
not win a series, though.
No.
I will say Anthony Simmons is looking very
Anthony.
good. He looks like a little Dan.
Is it Simmons or Simons?
So, either way, Simons, I think.
His rookie card price right now, I know y'all could give a fuck, but it is
Yeah.
crazy.
No, we couldn't.
But he does look like a little Damian Lillard.
Yeah. I mean, Dame, Anthony Simons, and
That's it.
Too bad they got rid of Gary.
who do they
Trent.
have? Joseph Nurkic, Robert Covington, and
Robert Covington's on the Clippers. Good job.
Joseph Nurkic and Joe Ingles on a torn Achilles. They ain't fucking winning you
He was
anything.
a free agent at the end of the year.
Yeah. So yeah, that about wraps up our. All right, who's our Western Conference Finals predictions?
Western Conference Finals?
Or I
to
mean,
make
like
the
Western
finals?
Conference to go to the finals.
Mine's worse. I locked that in early. Best defense in basketball.
All right, while Jake's thinking, I'm going. I said at the beginning of the year it's the Lakers and it ain't close. I ain't gonna bet against LeBron. I won't do it. I'm not gonna fucking do it.
Well, he's not the GOAT, so you don't have to.
If Chris Paul is healthy, I will say the Suns will make another appearance.
That's
Really?
tough.
Just because I don't want to pick the Warriors.
If they draw,
I wanted to pick somebody else.
if they draw a hard
Without
first round
Chris Paul.
matchup, if they draw a hard first round matchup with Chris Paul not playing basketball
Okay,
for 8
I
weeks,
can
No,
see
it's
them.
done.
I
Yeah.
can see them losing, but I do think they have the best. I don't know.
I respect the team.
Yeah,
but it's
I'm
rough-
saying
it's a hard blow.
with Chris Paul, fully functional,
Healthy Chris Paul, they're in my top 2.
and I don't know why he played in the All-Star game last night.
What are we
Just-
talking
He played
about
2
right now?
minutes,
Yeah, but still, I mean that
24 minutes.
Okay.
I've been keeping an eye.
Eastern Conference time.
Yep.
The Miami Heat
Yep.
pretenders.
I think they're contenders.
It's like, no, I'm just kidding. I think they're
I don't-
contenders. As much as it pains
I don't
me
like
to
the
say,
Heat.
They don't have the superpower to go win a
No,
final.
they have the depth.
they have the depth. That's the thing. I mean, when you have Tyler Hero averaging 20 off the bench alone.
And Oladipo hasn't played a minute.
He's been.
I was
think
gonna
he's
say
coming back.
Oladipo. I don't think that's.
No,
He's
a
coming
big,
back.
He's a big. No, he is, but he's been hurt all year.
He hasn't played a minute, and they're the 1 seed. And he
Yeah,
might
but-
not even start, but he's still coming back.
Bam Adebayo screwed them in the playoffs last year. Though. He sucked.
I don't
Bam
know.
Adebayo.
I mean, they got swept. I don't think
Who they play?
the Bucks.
All right.
I mean, they got swept.
Nah, but Miami. I mean, they
Jimmy
definitely
Butler got outscored by what's his face.
Miami's what?
Oh,
Miami's.
it was Brent Forbes.
Yeah.
Brent Forbes.
But they did have
We
players.
watched that game at the pizza
Yeah,
shop.
Brent
The
Forbes
Brentford
didn't
game.
miss that shit, dog. He was good.
Miami is probably like, I would say Miami's at least 8 deep. Like
I have a
8, 9
question
deep.
for both of you after we get through the East. It's
Fair.
it's a good one.
All right, we'll make sure we move. Miami's contenders, though.
Yeah, I think who you have. I mean, Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, Adebayo. That's a
Heroes,
big
6
three.
man.
Hero.
Oladipo,
Duncan Robinson's there. Depot.
Robinson.
I
I've
mean,
seen so
who's
many.
our-
No,
who's
I
our-
just mean the Heat hate Duncan. Heat fans hate Duncan
I know
Robinson.
who's.
Go on Twitter after a Heat game and look at the Duncan Robinson hate.
They have the other Moore's brother.
He's been out since Jokic broke his neck.
So
PJ
PJ
Tucker,
Tucker, solid
Jinx.
defensive player.
PJ Tucker is a big reason
They got
the Bucks
Dwayne Dedmon.
were as good as they were on defense.
PJ Tucker. Yeah.
They got PJ Tucker and Kyle Lowry, and those are 2 guys I would not want to go.
PJ
now.
PJ
Because
Tucker.
those guys are assholes.
Yeah, he is
And
not someone that's going to fill out the.
They know how to play in the playoffs.
He was
they've
guarding
been there.
Durant last year.
Add Pat Beverly, and I would hate this team.
Pat Beverly's
he's
on the
Timber-
Timberwolves.
Yeah, I forgot to mention.
Like
Fuck
PJ
Pat
Tucker and
Beverly.
Kyle Lowry just toxic. I want
No, they're.
But I
they're
mean, I
dickheads.
respect them.
Yeah, I respect their
them.
game, but they're fucking jerk offs.
The Bulls.
Oh my god.
Jake likes the Bulls. I'll say it right now.
Hard.
The Bulls, I like it. Like I like the Zach Levine's nice, and
Yeah, but
I always like DeRozan. I'm afraid that they went out and became a better version of the Jazz. I don't know if they have the guy that can. I don't know if they have the dude. I don't know if Zach LaVine is that dude yet.
I think
just don't know.
DeMar can be that dude though, bro.
Yeah, but
DeMar was a baller. I mean, DeMar's been a
he's going
baller.
off right now. He is.
DeMar's averaging
But I
almost
don't-
30.
I don't think they can win the East.
No.
I mean, the Sixers have beat them every game this year.
Yeah,
Just
I just don't think that there's a dog on this team.
No, I mean, DeRozan. They're a
That's
tough
the thing.
team.
They're a tough team. Like I wouldn't want to play them,
'Cause
but they've
Vucevic-
never been there.
Vucevic is not.
DeMar
that good.
DeMar could never do it. When the Hawks were amazing, when he was playing in Atlanta, or no, the Raptors.
When was DeMar in Atlanta?
The Raptors were never amazing either.
They always played the Hawks and the Cavs tough. I mean, they were always.
No, they did not play the Cavs stuff.
But I'm saying
LeBron outscored
They called it
both of
LeBron.
them.
They called it LeBronto.
They literally
That's
had Kyle Lowry and
I'm just
DeRozan.
saying they were
That's it.
always like the third option though behind the Hawks when they had Schroeder, Teague, Korver, Damari Carroll.
I would never say the
Millsap.
Hawks were.
No.
They were never a team that was.
They were in the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Cavs every year for like 3 years versus LeBron. They played in the Eastern
I don't
Conference like
think
every.
so.
I'm telling you, Because they had Kyle Korver, Paul Millsap, Al
Must
Horford.
have been a bad East.
The East was
The
fucking
East has
terrible.
always been bad.
The East has always
This year,
been
the
bad.
East is.
The East has always been bad.
I know, but this is like a different level of bad.
I'm telling you, the Hawks were nice. They just could never beat LeBron.
Where's the
Yeah, it's this section.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
They
the
could
finals,
never beat
conference
LeBron.
finals.
Celtics.
Celtics? Yeah, they always play the Celtics.
No, the Hawks. No, he's.
They played the Hawks once.
Yeah, I don't know what you were talking
Whatever.
about. They
Celtics.
played them, and then they played them. They swept
go
them.
over there.
They swept them every time they played them.
You know what I meant.
It was never the Hawks. That was the second. That was,
Whatever.
anybody was scared of.
No.
The Bulls just can't do it. I mean, I wouldn't want to play them because you got to play. I mean,
Nah, I mean, I respect what they've done.
I feel like they're pretty deep too, though. No.
They're a better version of the Jazz, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
They're kinda streaming-
Vucevic was really good in the Magic because it was the Magic.
Yeah.
Shark in a fish pond.
So I say, should we skip 3 for now and then come back to it and just use the rest of the time to debate?
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So we got number
We'll touch on the
3's the
Sixers later.
Sixers. Wait till the end. 4 we got what?
the Cavs are no.
The Cavs.
Okay, 5 we got the Bucks.
I mean, you could talk. I mean, give
Pretenders.
the Cavs some.
No, I
They're
respect
very
the
young.
Cavs for being young.
But they're not gonna. They're not gonna. They're
No.
gonna get beat in the first round.
Yeah.
Alright,
That's probably the best first round matchup you got in the East besides like a Toronto or Charlotte.
what do you mean? Like the easiest?
Like the easiest. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
in order, I think I'd rather play like from easiest to hardest. I think it's Toronto, Cleveland, Charlotte. I think it's
I'd probably rather
Toronto,
play the
Cleveland,
Hornets
Charlotte.
before the Cavs.
Nah.
Hornets are just as young as the Cavs.
I think the Hornets are better than the Cavs though.
Why?
The Hornets
They
have
got LaMelo.
29 wins.
They have LaMelo and that's it.
Yeah, they got LaMelo.
At least they have Darius
So-
Garland, Colin Sexton, Jared Allen.
Sexton's done for the year now.
Mobley.
Is
I
it?
don't think Sexton's played all
Oh,
season.
My dad had Sexton in fantasy and he got hurt a few weeks and he tore
I
his
think they
meniscus
were
or
trying to
something.
trade him. I don't think he's worked out because him and Garland.
Well, either way,
He's not done
Garland.
Garland.
Nah.
Garland's just as good as LaMelo.
LaMelo's a stud, bro.
And Jared Allen's been playing.
See, you just like LaMelo because he's flashy, but he doesn't. He's not the 4 seed right now. Anyways, the Bucks number 5.
Contenders, it goes without
That
saying.
is a matchup I don't want to. If they're
No.
if they're a bottom,
If you
four
have to
team-
play
I mean, they're
Milwaukee-
gonna jump the Cavs.
Who's-
they play the Cavs?
Who's
right
playing
now.
fifth though? The Cavs? I was good. That's the Cavs are
Yeah,
getting
the
4.
The Heat would have to draw Milwaukee in the
They're
second
playing the
round.
Cavs.
Then the
Good
Heat's
luck.
full.
Well, actually, he would have to draw the Nets in the first round.
Yeah.
Then
Good
that
luck.
sucks. The Heat are fucked.
But the Bucks are obvious, and they got Giannis. They got
Yeah.
Bobby Portis,
BP.
the best
Drew Holiday,
Drew
one
Holiday.
of the best defenders, and PJ Tucker. You know that hurt, but
Chris
They got
Middleton,
Grayson Allen too, who ain't a bad backup point guard.
yeah.
If he's not tripping anybody. Shout out Duke.
The Celtics 6.
We forgot Chris Middleton and Brooke
I
Lopez
said Chris Middleton.
and Pat Connaughton
Brooke
and,
Lopez hasn't played all season.
and Thanasis
Pretty sure Pat
Antetokounmpo,
Connaughton is.
Wesley Matthews,
And so is
DeAndre
Brooke
Bembry,
Are you
Lopez.
just
George
gonna say the
Hill,
whole
Langston
roster?
Galloway,
Thanks.
Jordan Noir.
You can read. That's
All right,
nice.
all right.
The Celtics.
I hate the Celtics.
Pretenders are
I know
suck.
you
Fuck the
hate the
Celtics.
Celtics.
They're pretenders. They're bad. Jason Tatum's overrated, and so is Jaylen Brown.
It's
so Next.
easy,
I'm not gonna go that
Yo,
far.
I'm telling you right now, if they play the Sixers, which they play them right now, they would destroy you guys. Probably,
I bet money the Sixers win that
probably
series.
4-1.
If the Sixers play the Celtics, I'll bet any amount of money you want on that
Spurs
series.
are-
Yeah, I'll see you then, but too bad your pockets ain't deep enough to bet with me.
My pockets are deep. What you want to do,
Sounds
bro?
good.
Yeah.
Listen, the Celtics own you. I don't know
You see
why.
these pockets? You see how deep these pockets
Yeah,
go?
but there's nothing in them. But
Yeah, there's
either
probably a
way,
hole at the bottom of
My
them.
wallet's in my car, I think. I hope.
I don't know. Boston. I think the Sixers can beat them.
You can't deny the success of Boston.
Yeah, but you got to look at the Sixers. Just got a decent guy.
Sixers just got a top 5. Sixers have 2 top 10 players in the NBA.
I don't know. I think they can beat Boston.
Yep.
The Sixers. Well, we're not talking about the Sixers. Oh wait.
We'll talk about that.
I mean, Tatum literally has done better than. Well, I mean, we'll touch on this later, but Tatum's always been better than Embiid. In the
Different
playoffs.
positions can't.
Well, he just has a better record, and then Jaylen Brown. I mean,
Don't
they
care.
just
He's
beat y'all
playing on
by
better
50.
teams.
So
Don't
He's a
care.
Spurs
It's a
fan.
regular season. He's a Spurs fan. Don't he?
see, like it's crazy how you say regular season, but you also bring up the same bullshit about how regular season matters, and then you say it doesn't matter when it's in your favor.
Because it
That's
doesn't matter
wild.
when it's in my favor. When it's not in my favor, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. That's fine. I mean,
Yeah,
I think they're like 5-0 against y'all.
Nah, I think all jokes aside, the Boston's contenders. They're pretty good. All hate and bullshit aside, Boston's contenders.
I think we ought to do that.
Yeah. Toronto pretenders. They suck. They got Van Fleet
I'm
and
actually
Siakam.
surprised they're 32-25. I didn't think they were doing that good.
Gary
this year.
Trent's been playing out of his goddamn mind.
Yeah, but
Doesn't he always though? I feel like he's always like a stud in fantasy basketball.
he's just like a ball hog.
Yeah.
He-
Who else is on the
Oh, no,
roster?
that
Van
was
Fleet,
not Gary
Siakam.
Trent's not. Sorry.
No, I was about to say he's a
I'm
shooter.
thinking of the guy that Norman Powell is a ball hog.
And he sucks. And he's I don't know where he's at now. He's going.
I think he's
somewhere.
on the Clippers.
I was gonna say he strikes me as a Clipper.
I think he
'Cause
just
they
got
traded
traded
him.
with
Yeah.
Rocco. I think he was in that trade.
I mean, they're solid. I mean, they're not a bad
Yeah, but they're
basketball
not
team.
gonna. They're not gonna.
Who's
They're
on
like
that?
a bad version of the Jazz.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
Everyone's the Jazz.
I
Everyone's
know,
compared to the Jazz just because the Jazz are like so fucking average.
They got Gary
like-
Trent, Fred Van Vliet, Siakam, OG Anunoby, Chris Boucher,
Boosh.
Boucher.
Ken Burch.
I think Precious Achua has been good. No,
No, I don't know.
no.
I can't say I watch many.
His rookie card is in every basketball pack you open. It's ridiculous.
So I guess he's not doing that good. I don't know.
I couldn't
Thaddeus
tell
Young, Spurs legend.
Thaddeus Young,
Malachi
legend.
Flynn.
I mean,
fantasy basketball waiver wire legend. That guy was on every waiver wire.
Who?
Thaddeus Young. And I kept having to pick him up because I was down.
Yeah, you kept that.
That's why he didn't make the playoffs.
He was your guy. I lost my thing.
He's a
Speaking
good
of-
fantasy guy.
Speaking of fantasy, when we get to the team, I'll tell a story about the very bad drop I had.
Oh,
You know exactly
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
The Nets.
Contenders.
I hate the Nets.
Yeah, me too.
They got
They got
drafted
bitch.
today.
March 10th.
They have pussy bitch Ben Simmons, who's a bitch.
March 10th.
They got
We're watching the
drafted
game
today.
at Jake's house. If you want Jake's Addy, drop a comment. You can
wouldn't
come
say
to the
that.
watch party at Jake's
I
house.
wouldn't
Watching
say
the
that.
March
Jake's
10th.
house. Enough said.
What night is that? Is that a
Thursday
it's
night.
It's a Thursday. Okay, I don't work.
Because I'm
We'll be
pretty
at
sure
your
we
house.
looked it up.
Yeah.
We wanted to go to the game, but the tickets were selling out as we were
But
shopping.
March 11th, you can get probably a free Wendy's meal.
March 11th, you can ligma Ben Simmons. You're a bozo.
The Hawks.
Pretenders.
Too
Too young for me.
Now, yet
They
again,
can win the first round.
another team I wouldn't want to see in the first round because
Hell no.
Trey. But
They're just explosive.
last
Atlanta?
year in fantasy, I drafted Clint Capella in the 10th round, and I dropped him 2 weeks into the season.
And then I picked him up and I traded him for Jamal Murray.
I don't remember why I dropped Clint Capella. Clint Capella,
Then
I
he got
think, was
hurt.
like a top 20 player in fantasy.
Yeah, he averaged like 50
And
points.
He's a
I'm
good
pretty sure he had a
fantasy guy.
triple double with blocks one night, and I was just watching him. I was like,
Jake was like,
I
ready
still
to-
won the league though, so it didn't matter.
That came in second. That was close.
I don't remember what I came in because I sucked. I could
Yeah.
probably find it if I looked on Yahoo.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And
The Hornets. Yeah,
Pretender.
too young.
Yeah, they're no.
They got Bridges in the middle.
Hawks are pretenders. Hornets are pretenders.
Hawks can make a first round splash. They've done it before.
I would want to see the Hornets though in the first round.
Yeah, I don't
would
give a
love
damn
to
about
see
the
them.
Hornets.
I'd rather see the Hornets than the Hawks, but they ain't.
Best situation: the Nets stay at 8 and somehow get upsetted by the Raptors and Hawks.
Please. And then the Celtics lose in the first round somehow, so then it just comes down to Sixers and Heat.
The Nets are so deep now, it's ridiculous.
They just got Goran Dragic.
I said that like 3 times and you just
Did
blew
you?
me off.
Yeah, that kind of hurt. I was hoping the Sixers. would-
Goran Dragic is just Ben Simmons with a little bit better of a jump shot. They
And
both
he's
suck.
their like second, third string point guard.
I would
He
say.
is because they have
Goran
Kyrie
Dragic's
too.
also like 6'1".
I always forget that they have.
I mean,
Kyrie.
I know you hate Ben
I
Simmons.
mean, you only have-
I hate Ben Simmons, but he's
Don't
a very
say
good
it.
defender.
Fuck Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons.
And now he's like the 5th option. Now he's not like the
Ben
3rd
Simmons
option
could
anymore.
SMD.
But nobody knows how that's gonna fit.
Ben Simmons is a bozo. F that guy.
All right.
Sixers
All right,
time, I
Jake.
guess.
Sixers time. Sixers are gonna win the NBA championship. You heard it here
Jesus
first.
Christ.
Sixers are dead ass contenders.
Sixers don't win the East. I'll say that right now.
Fuck out of
He
here.
likes his first, but either way,
Yeah.
They ain't winning the East.
I want to say this trade. I know these guys have already talked about it in the video. If you guys haven't seen that, go check it out. Just saying.
This guy.
Give it- But
Thank you, Jake. Appreciate it.
before this trade, the Sixers had no chance to win the East.
Fuck no.
It's fair.
They did not have a second option.
I agree.
Yep.
Now, they still might not have the best odds to win the East, but their chances have grown so much.
They finally got somebody to hold the ball in the fourth quarter, and I respect
if you watch that game
saying.
against Boston, granted, they got their ass kicked. They were doubling and tripling Embiid every possession, and he would pass it out to Furkan Korkmaz.
Too bad. That's still going to be the problem.
But now, they're not going to be able to double team.
Here's
Embiid.
the catch.
They're not going to be able to double team Embiid because there's a decent guy, James Harden, is going to have the ball in his hands
and I don't
take
mean to
the
cut
pressure
you
off
off.
of Joel Embiid.
But
go ahead.
The thing is, if they double or triple team Embiid, he's not passing it out to Furk anymore. He's passing it out to James Harden.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Here's the problem. You're definitely not stacking up against the Bucks.
Jake, I'll let you take this one.
Because the Bucks guards can stop James Harden.
No.
And Giannis can stop Embiid.
Nope.
And who's your shooter? I don't know. Y'all don't have like a Bryn Forbes caliber player anymore.
Get the fuck out of here.
There's still a buyout. That was what I was. The buyout market is going to be huge for the Sixers. They still need a backup center.
Who's out there? Do we know?
We're going to find out. Freedom.
Like, here's the thing, right?
Or
And his
DeMarcus
cancer,
Favors.
yeah.
And his freedom.
You get a turnover.
My bad.
Yeah,
You're running for a
fast.
fast break. They got the paint clogged up. Who the hell are you passing it out to?
Danny Green.
That's
Tobias Harris. Tyrese Maxey.
I would say Tobias Harris. This is what I think the Sixers should do with Tobias Harris. This is probably not a
Train
great.
his ass.
No. Just this season. Focusing
Get him
on
the
this
fuck
season.
out.
Focusing on this season, I think they should move him to the bench and let him run that second unit because their second unit is terrible.
That's what the Nets did when they played with those guys.
Yes,
for
but I mean,
20
yeah.
games.
So when you move him to the second unit, you can let him have the ball in his hands because Tobias Tobias is an average player with the ball in his hands, but without the ball in his hands, he is terrible.
Yeah.
Because he has no spacing, he's not a great spot-up shooter, and he cannot run the court. With the ball in his hands, he can at least make something happen, and he's a pretty good passer. Move him to the second unit and let him control that unit, and let Harden and Embiid play with the starters.
Play with George Niang, Danny Green.
Okay, you can at least say Tyrese Maxey.
Maxey. Well, Maxey will become off the bench.
I used to hate Tyrese Maxey, should I add, but
I like the draft pick.
I'm starting to like him a little bit more.
Another guy who I bought a couple of his rookie cards.
Or you can move him to the bench. You got to move somebody to that bench that can score.
Yeah.
Because Danny Green cannot.
Danny Green, I hated the fact that we got him. I was so fucking
No,
mad.
no. Hold on.
No, I literally,
No.
even in our free agency video, I didn't like the Danny Green
that.
signing. Danny Green fucking
Danny
broke
Green
it.
is not just a bad shooter.
He's bad at everything.
No, he's a very good perimeter defender. No matter how much you hate him, if they would have got rid of him, their perimeter defense would have been down the drain. It would have just been Thibault.
And he
Danny
used to be
Green
a
can
decent
guard.
shooter.
Yes.
And that would have been fine.
But his
now he just-
perimeter defense is very good.
He's like,
what he's
what the
known
hell's
for.
the guy's name? Andre Robertson to play for the Thunder.
Roberson.
Yes, Roberson.
No good for nothing, just plays perimeter defense.
But defense wins championships.
It's true. And when we have defensive player of the
I mean-
year finalist Embiid, Matisse was first team all defense last year, no? Second team, first
I
team?
don't think he was any team, but
I'm pretty sure he
either
was.
way. No, he only played like 10 minutes a game.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have swore he was one of the all team.
Maybe all rookie.
Maybe. Maybe that's what it was.
This guy.
Listen, I'm just getting back into basketball, alright? This is literally the first time we've
But either
fucking
way,
looked into
Danny
it
Green
from
does not put
basketball.
up very explosive stats, but it's the stuff that you don't see.
Didn't he shoot like 0 for 8 when we went to the game and fucking blew?
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Didn't Danny Green suck when we went to the game? We have Paul Millsap too.
I mean, that's just ugly, dog.
We have Thomas.
I'm begging.
I mean, I did that.
And granted, we don't know if this Embiid and Harden is going to work.
Give me 8. Tell me 8 guys.
The buyout market is what we're looking at.
The buyout market.
John Wall's going to get bought out, and the Sixers are going to sign him.
And that's our backup point guard. We have the best backup point guard in the NBA.
I would say that's going to be our starter. I don't think he's also getting bought out.
I don't think he's getting bought out. I
I'm
mean, like
pretty
the
sure they
price.
said that is the last
That's an
resort.
expensive buyout.
Personally, like teams in the East that I think are better than or will beat y'all. I like the Spurs.
He's a San Antonio. He's a Cowboys fan.
The best player on the Spurs is Greg Popovich.
Um,
No, DeJounte Murray though is a hooper.
The Nets.
That is shown.
I think the Bucks. I think the Celtics. I think the Bulls and the Heat could all beat you guys.
We're just gonna prove all the haters wrong.
Yeah.
We're going to look back on this podcast and just laugh in Ryan's fucking face.
Do you want to pull up the other podcast where you said Ben Simmons was a superstar and I told you were out of your fucking mind?
Anyways, that was the past. We're in the present.
That is not me. Yeah, when
Him.
that initial trade was speculating last year, I was all aboard to get Ben Simmons out of Philly, get James Harden. He was not. Just throwing that out there.
I didn't know how to feel.
And look where we are now.
Now we got Harden and we're going to win a championship.
No.
Yes.
No. Now we gave up probably too much for Harden if we don't win a championship.
That's true. We have 2 years.
Well, we could have gotten from the Rockets for a lot cheaper. But I also think the Rockets weren't going to trade with the Sixers, but that's a different story.
Yeah, because they don't like Daryl Morey.
Yeah, because he told him he was going to retire, and then he signed with the Sixers.
Yeah, so that's understandable.
Different story, though.
Yeah.
Shout out Daryl Morey.
Daryl Morey, your goat.
He has a proposed thing to the playoffs.
What?
Shorten the regular season and make the playoffs one game. Like, just one. I was like, Daryl.
What that would be like? That would be fucked. That would suck.
It was like 50 games.
NBA
like,
playoffs,
like,
50 games and then just one game series.
Yeah. Maybe like intense.
So in theory, it's like the NFL.
Yeah. But imagine just like.
The games would probably be better, but at the same time, basketball is so it could go either way where it's like that would suck.
Yeah, because all it takes is one person to be hot.
Like the Hornets could beat the Nuggets.
Because all it takes is
But
LaMelo to be on his shit.
in 7, it would be 4-1 if the Hornets won the game.
Yeah.
Same with the Timberwolves. That's what we were just talking about, the T-Wolves.
Sure.
All right, Jake, what was that question?
Okay, so if you're looking at the East,
Okay.
I would say there's 5 contenders.
Mm-hmm.
5 big contenders: the Heat, the Bulls, the Sixers, the Bucks. Who did I miss? The Heat,
Nets.
Bulls, Sixers.
Heat, Bulls, Sixers, Bucks, Nets.
Okay, just forget the. What team am I forgetting here?
The Nets.
The Nets.
I know, but I want to kick one of them out.
The Cavs. The Bulls. Fuck the Bulls.
Okay, just kick the Bulls out. So you're looking at the 5 best teams in the East.
No.
One of those teams is going to be eliminated in the first round.
Yeah.
Which team?
All right.
Because only 4 teams are making it to that second round. I mean, you can even include the Bulls in there. And if you say the Sixers...
This ain't a hard fucking question. It's the easiest question I can answer. Give me the Sixers. Lock it in. Next.
MVP. 2 MVPs on the same team.
Yeah.
I literally said, y'all can lose to any of these teams besides the Cavs and the Raptors. I don't know what
They
you want
own
from
the
me, yo.
Bulls this year.
Listen.
The
The
Bulls.
Heat
Okay.
got swept last year by the Bucks.
No, Heat are better than y'all.
4-0.
Heat are better than y'all because Jimmy Butler is the best player on the court. Next.
Jimmy Butler is overrated. Jimmy Butler.
Ever since he
sucks.
left the
Jimmy Butler
Sixers, Jimmy
carried
Butler hasn't been shit.
Jimmy Butler.
Carried us
He
to
went
what?
to the finals the year after.
That was bubble luck.
That was the bubble.
Look at the
Mickey
bubble.
Mouse ring. Is that
Yeah,
what
it's
they
because
say?
he was with the
He got
Rachel girl.
destroyed.
Yeah, because he was
Got
banging
destroyed
he
by
was
the-
banging that one sports analyst doing dribbling drills.
The Heat, do not be surprised
He
if
was
the Heat
dribbling
lose
in his
first
hotel.
round. I'll say right now, the Heat are going to lose in the first round.
Who are they? If
Yeah,
the
they
playoffs
play
start
against the
tomorrow.
Bucks again, short. Or the Nets, short.
The Heat are overrated. Jimmy Butler is overrated.
Heat would beat y'all.
No.
I'll take that bet when it comes to playoff time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take any bet I ain't been against the Sixers.
All right.
Unless they play the Lakers somehow.
Yeah, sounds good.
Until they play them in the finals. Then I
Glad
ain't
you're
betting.
so confident on the Sixers, but won't bet against them in the finals.
Yeah, literally. You gotta beat the Nets, who's literally better than the Lakers.
No, they're not.
Nets are the best team in basketball. I don't even.
The Sixers are the best team in basketball. And it's not close. The Sixers have Harden and Embiid. Need I say more?
I can't wait for Friday.
This team is nasty.
What's Friday?
Harden's debut
This team is nasty.
Oh, he's playing Friday?
in Minnesota.
This team is nasty.
Oh, that'll be a good
He's gonna
warm-up
play
game.
15 minutes. Relax.
Who, Harden?
Yeah.
They're throwing him right out. He's had a week,
He's playing.
They're
He's
literally
15,
going to throw him
20 minutes.
to the Wolves.
20 minutes. James Harden.
He's literally playing 20 minutes tops.
Did y'all catch my joke?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
we
did. It was corny. Well, we're at the 47-minute mark.
So I would say any final remarks? Jake, thank you for coming on. Ryan's a
Fair.
Spurs fan. He don't know what he's talking about.
Make
Sixers
a thumbnail
win the
real quick.
finals.
Both of you give me the middle finger. Now just look at the camera.
Oh, I gotta look at you. Hold on, look at him.
That's how we make thumbnails,
I was
guys.
looking at the camera.
And that's staying in the podcast, too. Because I'm
Yes, it
not
is.
fucking editing it
No, we're
out.
not.
So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to show us some love. Jake, thank you for coming on
Thanks
always
for
for the
having
great
me.
conversations.
Hopefully, I'll be back here when the Sixers win the
One-
NBA championship. Hopefully.
You can be back in playoffs for all I give a damn.
When they lose in the first round.
When the Spurs don't make the post because they suck. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to show us love, and we'll see you guys next time on next week's episode.
See ya.
Peace.